The trailer for Grey's Anatomy Season 21 teased many key stories related and not to the mass firings of Grey's Anatomy Season 20, but one in particular set in motion by a notable absence also hinted at great changes for one character. The events of Grey's Anatomy Season 20's finale proved an upheaval for many of Grey Sloane's doctors, leaving without job surgeons who had been there for years and had easily become synonymous with that hospital by then. However, not all layoffs had been unexpected, with Lucas and Catherine's meeting happening because the latter wanted to follow GME's recommendations. Grey's Anatomy Season 20's cliffhanger ending didn't clarify whether Lucas was actually fired, despite his covering all the bases by securing a second-year residency spot at the Heart Center of Chicago. After the interviews with the hospital's attorneys ascertained how the interns operated on Sam Sutton in Grey's Anatomy Season 19's finale only because Lucas urged them to, GME's recommendations included firing Lucas. Sam's death thus continued hanging over Lucas's head, and everything pointed to Catherine firing him had the other interns and Bailey not barged into the meeting. However, such development could still happen in Grey's Anatomy Season 21. Lucas Adams isn't part of the intern shenanigans in Grey's Anatomy Season 21's trailer. His absence could point to his being fired or moved to Chicago. Nico Taro as Lucas Adams in Grey's Anatomy Season 20's finale. Grey's Anatomy Season 21's trailer indeed showed all the interns working at the hospital, involved with unusual cases and listening to their attendings, but no scene showed Lucas being among them. With one of the major cliffhangers in Grey's Anatomy Season 20's finale involving his future at the hospital, Season 21's trailer not showing him there could mean Lucas was fired from Grey Sloane Memorial. Such an outcome would fall in line with Catherine's approach in Grey's Anatomy Season 20's finale, as she fired esteemed surgeons for much less throughout the episode. Lucas being fired from Grey Sloane could point to an exciting new story ahead for him, as his second-year spot at the Heart Center of Chicago could potentially offer him more in terms of teachings, especially considering Grey Sloane's recovering reputation as a teaching hospital. However, Lucas's absence from Grey's Anatomy Season 21's trailer could also be a red herring, leading viewers to think Catherine fired him while he managed to save his spot at Grey Sloane, which could also make sense based on his ABSITE scores being the highest among those of the interns. How Grey's Anatomy Season 21 can still find a way for Lucas to stay at Grey Sloane. Plenty of interns made worse mistakes and weren't fired. While Lucas's decision to operate on Sam without an attending present was undoubtedly a serious violation, it wasn't the first time someone did so at Grey Sloane Memorial, and in Lucas's case, it even happened in distressing circumstances, as Teddy was present as attending but collapsed while in the OR. Just in Grey's Anatomy Season 18, Levi briefly left his residency after performing a procedure without an attending present, resulting in the patient's death and affecting Grey Sloane's residency program, as that death was the last straw that contributed to the decision of it being temporarily closed down. Beyond Grey's Anatomy's recent seasons, other interns often made mistakes, including some darker than anything Lucas did. Grey's Anatomy Season 2 became famous for Izzy and Denny's love, but her choice to cut the LVAD wire to secure him a heart broke so many disparate rules. Similarly, Christina covering for Burke's tremor by doing his surgeries also put patients at risk. While Sadie and the intern cabal only endangered themselves by practicing the procedures among themselves, it was still a bigger mistake than Lucas's, making it possible for Grey's Anatomy Season 21 to put Lucas on probation without firing him.